Slow to stone. This is locked up here. Oh, this should be my office.
Did
Yeah.
Janice give you your login? Yes, I see here that she did.
Cardboard box. Nothing in it. UNATCO handbook. Welcome to UNATCO. Classification of the UN. Classification. The UN has 9 levels of security above top secret. This manual and all material that is not otherwise marked as classified as Angel 01 is classified as Angel 01. If you're not Angel 01 or above, report immediately to your supervisor or face disciplinary action. Other classifications will be explained upon reaching higher clearance. In its efforts to combat terrorism, the UN has created UNATCO for the first swift deployment of a coordinated force to counteract any insurgent operations. You are justifiably proud to be part of this organization. Your physical capabilities place you within the upper 1% of national ground combat units, while your mental capabilities have been honed to sharpness by the UNATCO Academy. But as part of a larger organization, you also understand the necessity to heed orders from your superiors without hesitation. Your superiors are typically briefed on matters for which you may not be cleared, and hesitation on your part, on the part of an agent, can result in the serious impairment of mission objectives and attendant casualties. UNATCO has faith in you, and this faith will be rewarded in due time as your operational capacities are increased. Brave the darkness, for you carry the torch of freedom. Yeah. UNATCO and the public. In carrying out their duties, UNATCO agents often come in contact with the public. You're a peacekeeper, and your first objective is to safeguard human life. Though terrorists may see an advantage in harming civilians, UNATCO agents do not. Issue a warning before firing at a suspect and always instruct bystanders to get down on the ground. Refrain from firing into large crowds. Every civilian hurt is collateral damage. However, keep in mind that no civilian with the clearance below Angel 01, 0A should be trusted and may be a potential spy. Anyone can be a spy, and secrecy is our ally. Remember, we're all in this together. Yeah. What was my password? Someone was going to give me my password. Conversations. It was the other woman. It was Janice Reed, right? JCD Bionic Man, right? Okay, from J Rays. Guess I have to get used to calling you JC around the office. Not sure where they came up with that, but at least they gave you the same last codename as your brother. Anyways, whatever they're calling you, it's good to see a familiar name on the roster. My first job here has been to read up on your augmentations. I'm beginning to see why you found classes so easy. Every neuron in your head has been augmented. For example, the voice in your head from an operator, someone at HQ, able to handle the scanning equipment in your skull and broadcast advice over your infolink, leaps fully informed right into your temporal lobe, bypassing the eardrum and its sensory neurons, and is perfectly inaudible to everyone around you, of course. Not to mention that the nanites clinging to your axons can both receive and transmit symbolic information, so if you ever need help, don't sweat it. Someone at the HQ probably already knows. Come by if you want to hear more. This is great stuff. Jamie. Oh, this is the guy we'll be meeting now. Nano-augmentations and you. I was asked by the regional medical coordinator to forward this information to all of you. I do so without further comment. Don't freeze. By now, you've heard about the upcoming transition to nano-augmentation. It's coming, but not as soon as you'd think. UNATCO has only one nano-augmented agent, with a second just now graduating from the academy. It will be years before the program leaves the laboratory. Your mechanical augmentations are not obsolete. Some agents express concern that they will be walking junk in 10 years. One agent expressed their fears in an anonymous email saying, "We'll be sold at flea markets. Old grey golems for scaring the children. So what about my legs? What about my life?" Keep some perspective. Prosthetics remain the only proven technology for enhancing human abilities. Those who make the sacrifice are appreciated, commended, and saluted as heroes. Med Directorate. Nano-augmented agents will often encounter stress created by resentment among fellow agents. Really? Particularly those who have been mechanically augmented. The non-augmented ones, right? In an effort to secure freedom and liberty for those under their protection, many UNATCO agents have chosen to sacrifice social acceptance for mission performance by surgically replacing limbs and organs with mechanically or electronically enhanced equivalents. But your nano-augmentations point the way to the future. Thousands of microscopic living organic machines that exist in symbiosis with your body. Because such augmentations create only minimal disfigurement, they are likely to be a source of friction between you and other mechanically augmented agents. But it is important to understand that UNATCO is an organization where individuals must act in concert. Each is important to the whole, and mutual understanding is essential to teams comprised of diverse human and augmented agents. Right. And another book, of course? Yeah, we read this one. Okay, back to finding level 3. Where is it? Oh, here it is, probably. Yep. Toilets. Alex Jacobson. Hey. Oh, dead body. And another book. The handbook. Dedication. Nihil aluit Okay, this is Latin. Nihil aluit nothing, something, something. As much as conquering. Yeah.
Careful.
Careful now. Origins of UNATCO. In recent years, the swelling tide of international terrorism, coupled with enmity between states, wildly varying laws, and an anachronistic devotion to arbitrary borders, has resulted in the decreasing effectiveness of local law enforcement. To resolve the problem, a neutral agency was required to enforce international law in an impartial manner around the world. UNATCO has formed with just such a mission in mind, an organization that could transcend national boundaries and provide security for all nations that subscribe to its charter. Founded with the principles of the United Nations added as its cornerstones, UNATCO is fair, just, and protects the individual liberties of all the citizens of the world. The criminal thrives on anonymity, but soon there will be no place for them to hide. Victory over terrorism is the prize for our vigilance. Okay, let's see here.
Hey, JC.
You look like the real thing. They actually let you operate on people?
Just fixed Gunther's knee, in fact. A sticky actuator. So far, I feel more like a mechanic than a doctor.
I'm impressed.
They actually let you point a gun at people.
We'll have to catch up later. I've got to leave for New York right away. Could you send Manderley whatever it is he wants?
No problem. Listen, JC. About your augmentations. You know they're preparing to roll out the technology worldwide, right?
As long as I don't turn green and grow a pair of antennas, as I understand it.
Yeah, well, the design's pretty modular, which means you'll soon have access to upgrades from standard augmentation canisters.
I think I picked one of those up at the top of the statue.
Maybe you did. My order from VersaLife was on the ship the NSF captured. You'll need to take it to one of the medbas for installation.
I'll do that.
The canisters contain a colloid of ROM modules. Some are generic upgrades, others require you to make permanent choices about how to configure one of your subsystems.
It's about time they implemented some of this stuff.
Okay, so what do we do now? See Sam Carter. Probably at level 4. We saw the book. Is this a medbot? Yeah, it is. Okay, microfiber muscle combat strength. IFF. Automatic friend of identification. Okay. This is just a flashlight and infolink. This is the thing that connects us to our operator, which is like me. Right. Okay, we can pick one of the two. Combat strength or microfibril muscle. Muscle strength is amplified with ionic polymeric gel myofibrils that allow the agent to push and lift extraordinarily heavy objects. Okay, strength is increased, so we can lift heavier objects. Right, and this one. Sorting rotors accelerates calcium iron concentration in the sarcoplasmic reticulum, increasing the agent's muscle speed several-fold and multiplying damage they inflict in melee combat. The effectiveness of melee weapons is increased. Yeah, we'll have this one. Yeah, we'll definitely have this one. Yeah, and I think we activated with F6 or something. Yeah. Let's heal all. Nice. Okay, should be doing much better now. Let's see if the damage actually increases. Now this is base damage. But if you press F6, combat strength activated. It doesn't say it here. Deactivate it. Right. Okay, let's go to level 4. Alex. Let's see, Alex.
Warm.
Is it this guy?
You're red hot. Looks like you found me.
Aha.
Like leading a mouse to cheese.
This thing is starting to give me a headache.
Don't worry, we shut it down when you go off duty.
I guess I'll get used to it.
Oh, so the operator is Alex.
Communications engineer.
I suppose you already know who I am.
Getting there. You're certainly quicker on the uptake than your brother Paul ever was.
Thanks.
Okay.
You're breaking my concentration.
Sorry, man. Ammunition is disappearing. Ah, we got this one. Yeah, we already stole the ammo. Soda, candy bar, newspaper. New York. No student of recent history can fail to miss the irony that the greatest enemy mankind has faced in the 21st century was not any despot or dictator, but the lowly microbe. Millions upon millions have been killed by the pandemics of AIDS, resistant tuberculosis, and the century flu. And now we face our greatest threat yet, the Great Death, a plague of devastating efficiency that has surfaced in the last year. Well, now they call it with a different name, but let's call it Great Death. But was this plague an accident of nature or a design of science? Dr. Kenji Ishii of the New World Biomedical Health Center in New York thinks not. My analysis of this plague indicates that it is decidedly unnatural in origin, and in point of fact, may be extraterrestrial. He went on to speculate about those afflicted. Obviously, a disproportionate number of the indigent seem to be infected. A situation that makes perfect sense if you consider it a prelude to an invasion. No more effective way to disrupt the social, political, and military fabric of Earth has yet been devised. If this is so, then what are our leaders not telling us? And how can we be prepared? Only they know the answers. Joe Green, Senior Staff Writer. Okay. Change the armor password to Zeitgeist. Next time I guess it will be Schadenfreude. Strange guy. I'm supposed to use German words. What is this? Ah, we can log into the permanents. G. Herman. G. Herman, right? Zeitgeist. Yay, we got it. Yeah, the skull gun. Oh no, this is the reply to the skull gun. I have personally forwarded your request to appropriations. Upgrading our combat readiness is an ongoing priority. Speaking of which, you clearly made the best of a difficult situation yesterday. We applaud your courage. Thank you for living to work another day, Gunther. We need more agents like you, GM. Might I suggest again a skull gun for my head? Yeah, we read this one. I was asked by the regional medical coordinator to forward this information to all of you. I do so without further comment. Then augmentations on. Yeah, we read this one, right? Will be joining us today after his stint at the academy, and I'm associating both of you the task of assigning, not associating. This font is so difficult to read. Assigning the both of you the task of keeping a watchful eye on him while monitoring his progress. His assigned cover name for the duration of his service will be JC Denton. We thought it would be best to keep the cover names within the family since Paul has already received the Denton codename. I have great faith in you both, and trust you will do your utmost to ensure that he becomes a successful and productive member of this organization. Until further notice, I'd like to receive weekly reports with your observations. Yeah, we read this one, right? Your account's not up to legs, so about my legs, what about my life? Yeah. Alright, level 4, and we needed the other guy. What was the other guy? Sam Carter. Here he is.
At ease, Agent Denton.
General Carter, I read about the Merced operation.
Oh, he's a general.
This is a great honor.
I'm not a general anymore. Just call me Carter.
I can't believe what the NSF did to your family.
Enough of that, soldier. We each have our troubles. I lost my children, but you've had to grow up without your parents, which requires more courage. I don't think it matters.
My parents died in a car accident. That's different.
I said that's enough. You have your own op and time is short. How about I issue you a stealth pistol?
That sounds fine.
That would be
Thank you,
nice.
sir.
What else do you think you'll need?
Smart lockpick, nanotech tech tool. Nanotech things, yeah.
Can you spare a nanotech tech tool?
A man who uses his head. I like that. Now move out. Manderley's waiting.
They're just so hard to find. Can we enter? No, we can't. Okay, so now for the mission briefing. Okay, so this is when we'll start level 2, I suppose. Level 2. He was in level 1 Manderley, right? Or was he on level 2? Yeah, he was on level 2. He should be here behind this row, right?